Kind of like that noise, like, kind of like the clicking of palettes when people do declutters. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to feature the Makeup Revolution London, the Forever Flawless Midnight Rose palette. So here's the palette. Super pretty. You get to 18 shadows. It says on the back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them are pressed pigments. Yeah, so Ulta had a sale. It was buy two, get one free for the Revolution palettes. So I picked up this one, the fire one, and the ice one. And I already did a video on the ice one, so I'll link that below if you haven't seen it. So after this video, you can go watch it if you so choose. But anyway, I wanted to try this one. And lately, I feel like lately I've been doing nothing but like colorful eyes, like blue, green, you know, the avocado toast palette, the ice palette, the blueberry muffin palette. So today I thought, looking at this, it's really hard for me to not want to pick like one of the shimmer colors, but I think I'm going to do an all matte eye for a change. A neutral matte eye. So anyway, these are $15. Like I said, Ulta's having a sale, so it's buy two, get one free. I did get an email recently that they were having a sale on their website, and I think these palettes were $10.50. So I don't know. I'm hoping this one is as good as the ice one. I was really impressed with that one. You do get a mirror in them, and they are a tin. So for 15 bucks, I don't know. I was really impressed with the other one. I'm hoping I like this one. So let's just get right to it. I'm going to zoom you in and let's get started. All right, I think what I'm going to do is, so the first color I'm going to go in with is Dusk. So it's this light tan, it's like a light tan nude color. So I'm just going to put that. Here's the transition shade. And I'm using my Morphe E30 fluffy brush. So with this color, obviously I'm going all the way from outer corner to inner corner. Blend it out pretty nice. I feel like I've dipped in there quite a few times just to get that amount of color. So it is buildable. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. Okay, so at first, like in the pan, so it's called Dusk, and it looks like a tan nudish color, but like on my eyes, it looks like a dusty, almost like a dusty rose. So I don't know, it's pretty. It's got like a pink, rosy undertone to it. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm going to go in with Thorn. So I'm gonna take this darker color here, and I'm gonna pick that up on, I don't know, this Morphe tapered brush. So I'm gonna pick that up. I'm gonna start out here in the crease. And again, when you don't know the pigment, like what the payoff is going to be, just pick it up lightly, especially with dark colors. Just pick it up. You can always try to build the color up, but if you go in with old ham hands, you're going to end up with a problem and have a whole lot to blend out. So I'm just putting that here, circular motions, and then little by little bringing it into the crease. So little circular motions and then bringing it in. And as I'm blending, I'm putting a little bit more pressure into the brush so those bristles go. So I'm putting the tip in the crease to begin with as I'm blending out, and then I'm applying a bit more pressure as I go to get more of the bristles to cover the surface area and bring it in and blend out those edges. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this color Petal. It's like a really pale tan. I almost wonder if it's going to have a little bit of a grayish undertone to it. So I'm going to pick that up on this Morphe M167 brush, just a flat brush. And I'm going to apply that to the lid and see. And I'm getting a little bit of fallout. But it definitely does. It has a bit of like a grayish, I want to say almost like a smidge of a lavender undertone to it. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other eye. So for that being a lighter matte color, that really applied nicely over the other color. Like up here in the crease, like the coverage of it, I'm actually really impressed with. So. Like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and take that color Dusk. I'm just going to use, what am I going to use? I'm just going to use this Morphe E13 brush. I feel like the other one, it was just too big. Too fluffy. So I'm going to go under the under eye. Not being precise. Just blowing it out, and it's actually meeting up with where I had put it out here. So now I'm going to go in with this color Wine. It looks like a deep chocolatey color. Let's see. And these are, this is this is so cute how they have like the little roses embossed in the shadows. I don't know. Just a little extra something. So I'm going to go with that color Wine. And I'm going to go on the outer corner. Just to deepen that up a little bit. So I tend to tip back so I can have more lid space. And I am getting a lot of fallout from that color, so. like that. I'm gonna go back in with that same brush I used with the color Petal. I haven't picked any more up. I'm just gonna ever so lightly just dab this over where I just applied that darker color wine, just to blend them a smidge more so it doesn't look harsh. I think what I'm gonna do now is take the Luxie 141 mini round brush, and I'm gonna pick up that same color wine that I just did on the outer corner there. Carefully we're gonna add that to the lower lash line. Just a smidge. To tie it all together. So anyway, I'm gonna go in with Dawn. It says matte light ivory-esque color. And I'm going to pick that up on this e.l.f. concealer brush. It's just a small brush. And I'm going to put that on the inner corner. Just to brighten that up. Like that. And then I'm actually going to take a little bit of that color and hit the brow bone up here. So to brighten this up a bit, I'm going to go ahead and put on this NARS liner in Rue Bonaparte. Rue Bonaparte. I don't know. So it's a light nude color. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on the lower waterline. And then I'm gonna put on some mascara, and I may put on some lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so there's the finished look. I went ahead and applied this NYX Faux White liner in Linen. I don't know, it's hard to see. The bottom almost makes it look like it's a pink, but I don't know. It just, the other one, the NARS one, wasn't doing it for me. It wasn't bright enough. Actually, it does look like it has a little bit of a pink hue to it. So, like I said, this one is in Linen. It says Inner Eye Brightener, FWL03. So again, that's by NYX. I link everything below. And then I went ahead and put on these House of Lashes Sephora collection in Valentina. So I put those lashes on, and then, yeah, I just put on some mascara. So anyway, I actually really like the look. I'm really impressed with, I'm really impressed with how the shadows went on. I was looking at the back, and like I said in my other one, when I'm like stupid, I just don't understand like how these correlate to the colors inside. Like when you're looking at it, is it just standard like left to right, you're reading like 1 through whatever, so when I open it up and looking at them in here, I'm still going 1 through whatever? Like, is that, can somebody please tell me, like, please leave it in the link below? Like, I don't know, like, I feel like different palettes do different things. That's why I'm struggling a little bit, because if that is the case, then, you know, that color I was talking about, Petal, that I put on the lid, and I was like, oh, that went over the darker colors really nicely, that would be a pressed pigment, which would explain why it went over the other colors as nicely as it did. So, again, I don't know why it would be any other way other than being numbered 1 through whatever, left to right, and then looking at the palette left to right, the way you read. I don't know. Anyway, so I really like the palette. I think everything applied really nice. I haven't done a matte eye. I haven't really used neutral colors lately. So I'm really digging how it turned out. So for $15, I definitely recommend. Like, I feel like Revolution makeup is really coming out with some nice stuff. They actually have a couple other palettes that I'm looking at that I do want to try. I don't know, I'll have to update you and let you know if I get them. I'm trying to talk myself out of getting them because I'm like, I have so many palettes as it is and I need to do a declutter, but they're on sale. So I'm like, for 15 bucks, you know, you're getting 2 palettes and then you get 1 for free. So then essentially if you're getting 3 palettes for $30, it's like $10 a palette. So I'm like, $10. And they have like, in these Forever Flawless palettes, they have like so many like options, like color variations, like they have bright colors, they have a couple neutral palettes. I don't know, I've just been impressed with this one. I'm really impressed with the ice one. Like I said, I'll leave that link below. Like that one just kind of blew me away as far as like the blues and how they applied. Obviously again, I did a matte neutral, you know, I say it's a neutral eye because it's very, you know, neutral colors, but it is all matte. Usually I use shimmers. I didn't, but obviously there's still a lot more options that I can do with this palette. So I'll probably do another look, get into it. I really want to see how this color Flame applies. I kind of want to swatch that. Look at that. Yeah, that's going to be so nice. So yeah, there's a couple other looks I could do with this palette. I just was going for something a little different today. I may head out. I gotta go to the store. Did I need to do all this to go to the store? No. No, I didn't. But I felt like it, so I did. So, you know, I do what I want. But anyway, I hope the color is coming out because my viewfinder is a little off, but I don't think my camera should be. It's looking a little muted there when I'm looking in the viewfinder. But anyway, I hope that if you were looking at this palette, that this video helped you decide yay or nay if you were gonna get it or not. And as always, I appreciate you watching my videos. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification button because I am sporadic. I don't have like a set day. I'm not like every Tuesday, Thursday, whatever that I upload. I do it when I can. Lately I've just been like really into doing eye looks, so I've been better about posting stuff lately. So I'm trying to find me time. I'm trying to find that balance, and again, this is my hobby, this is my me time, so I enjoy it. So even like on my other video with the blueberry muffin video, I know somebody had commented and was like, why do a video if you're, you know, feeling crappy? And I'm like, because this is my me time, and even though I'm having a crappy day or whatever, playing with makeup kind of puts me in a zone that I don't have to think about all the other crap or anything else going on. It makes me feel good. So if I'm having a crappy day, sometimes I want to come in here and do a video to make myself feel better. And no, I don't need to explain myself or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to find more me time. I'm trying to find that balance. We all need to do that. It's been almost a year of quarantine and being stuck at home, and just things are different. Life is different, people. So I'm trying to do the best that I can, and I hope you're trying to do the best that you can as well for taking care of yourself or whatever you need to do. But I do find that this is me time, whether it's sitting in a room by myself, talking to a camera, because I'm putting this stuff out there for you people, for you guys to watch. And hopefully you get something from these videos. Hopefully I can help you in some kind of way. I don't know. I have a good time in here. I like playing with it. And when there are palettes that I'm kind of on the fence about, sometimes I go to YouTube to look for that or other things. So just being informative. But anyway, my camera's getting ready to die, so I need to hurry it up. So I just appreciate you guys watching my videos. I appreciate all my subscribers. Thank you for the 146 of you that have subscribed to my channel. I am grateful for that. So anyway, if you're just stopping by, please subscribe, hit the notification button because I'm sporadic, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this. Bye.